A Trip to the Mysterious Island. Michael had always been curious about the world. One day, he and his friend Emily decided to take a trip to a mysterious island. They had heard many stories about this island from a local fisherman. He said that the island was hidden in the deep blue sea and full of strange plants, unusual animals, and many secrets. Michael and Emily planned their journey carefully. They prepared their small boat and packed some food, water, and a simple map that showed the direction to the island. It was a bright and calm morning when Michael and Emily started their adventure. They woke up early and said goodbye to their families. The sea was calm, and the sun shone brightly as their boat moved slowly over the blue water. The gentle wind made the trip pleasant. As they sailed, Michael and Emily talked about what they might see on the island. They hoped to find something exciting and to learn about nature and history. After several hours on the water, the mysterious island came into view. The island was small, but it looked very different from the other places they had seen. Tall palm trees, green bushes, and colorful flowers filled the island. Seagulls flew above, and the sound of the gentle waves added to the island's mystery. Michael and Emily felt excited and a little nervous. They steered the boat toward a small, sandy beach and prepared to explore. They left their boat on the shore and began walking on the soft sand. The island was quiet and full of surprises. Everywhere they looked, there were interesting things to see. They saw strange, bright flowers that looked like little stars on the ground. There were unusual stones that seemed to glow under the sunlight. Emily said, "Look, Michael. The flowers are so beautiful. I have never seen anything like them." Michael nodded, and they took many pictures to remember these wonderful sights. As they walked further, Michael and Emily found a narrow path that led them into the deeper part of the island. The trees here were old and tall. The air was cooler, and the sounds of the sea became softer. Soon, they came to a small stream that flowed into a clear, blue pond. Small fish swam in the pond, and little frogs sat on the banks. Michael and Emily sat by the water and rested. They ate some of the food they had brought and talked about the beauty of nature around them. After their rest, they continued along the path. The trail led them to a small cave hidden behind a thick bush. The entrance of the cave was dark, but they had a small torch with them. Michael said, "Let's see what is inside. The cave might hold some secrets about this island." Carefully, they entered the cave. Inside, the walls were covered with old paintings and strange symbols. The paintings looked very old, and Michael thought, these drawings must tell a story about the people who lived here long ago. Emily agreed, and they looked at the paintings with great interest. In a quiet corner of the cave, Michael found a small wooden box. The box was old and covered with dust. He opened it slowly, and inside he found a few old coins and a piece of paper with a strange map drawn on it. The map showed a path that led to a hidden place on the island. Emily's eyes grew wide with excitement as she said, "This is amazing! We should follow the map and see where it goes." Michael smiled, and they decided to keep the map safe as they continued their journey. They left the cave and followed the map's path. The trail took them through thick bushes and over small hills. The island was full of life. They saw many kinds of birds and even a small monkey that jumped from tree to tree. The monkey looked at them with curious eyes, and Michael laughed. "The island is full of surprises," he said. Emily smiled and added, "Yes, and every step is a new adventure." After a long walk, they reached a hidden beach at the far end of the island. The beach was quiet, and the water was very clear. The rocks on the shore looked like strange sculptures created by nature. The sun was beginning to set, and the sky turned red and orange. Michael and Emily sat on the beach and watched the beautiful sunset. They felt peaceful and happy, knowing that they had discovered a special place. On the beach, they decided to make a small campfire. As the night came, they cooked a simple meal and shared their thoughts about the day. They talked about the old paintings in the cave and the mysterious map. The sound of the waves and the warmth of the fire made the night feel magical. Emily said softly, "I feel like this island has many stories to tell. It is a place of dreams." Michael agreed, "Yes, and we are lucky to be here and learn its secrets." In the early morning, Michael and Emily woke up to the sound of gentle waves and the cool sea breeze. The island looked calm and peaceful in the morning light. They packed their things and decided to follow the map one more time. The map led them up a small hill. At the top of the hill, they found a beautiful garden. The garden was full of different kinds of flowers, small trees, and a clear, cool fountain. They sat by the fountain and admired the beauty around them. While resting in the garden, Michael said, "This trip is wonderful. I have learned so much about nature and the history of this island today." Emily replied, "I agree. I have learned that adventure is not only about traveling far, but also about discovering beauty in small places. We must always be curious and brave." They both felt that the island was a hidden treasure full of lessons. After spending a lovely day in the garden, Michael and Emily knew it was time to return to their boat. They walked back through the paths they had taken. On their way, they passed the cave again and looked at the old paintings one last time. The journey back was calm, and they talked about everything they had seen and learned. They both agreed that this adventure had changed them. They had become more confident and eager to learn about the world. On the boat, Michael and Emily sat together and watched the mysterious island become smaller in the distance. The sea was calm, and the sky was clear. They felt a mix of sadness and joy. Sad because they had to leave such a magical place, and joyful because of the wonderful memories they had made. They promised each other that one day they would return to explore more of the island's secrets. When they arrived back in their town, Michael and Emily shared their adventure with friends and family. They showed the strange map, the old coins, and many photographs of the island. Everyone listened carefully to their story. People asked them many questions about the island, and Michael and Emily explained everything in clear, simple words. They said, "We learned that the world is full of surprises. When you are curious and brave, you can find wonderful things even in places you do not expect." The trip to the mysterious island was a very special experience for both of them. It was not only an adventure but also a lesson in nature, history, and friendship. Michael learned that nature can be both beautiful and mysterious. Emily learned that every journey has a story to tell and that even a simple trip can change your life. Together, they learned that a good adventure makes you a better person. In the days that followed, Michael and Emily often remembered the island. They looked at the photos they took and read the notes they had written. They kept the coins and the map in a safe place, and they talked about the lessons they had learned. The island was a symbol of their adventure and their growing friendship. They even started to plan new trips, hoping to discover more hidden places in the world. This trip to the mysterious island was more than just a journey. It was a story about learning and discovery. It taught them that if you are curious, you can find beauty and mystery in unexpected places. Michael and Emily showed that by having a brave heart and a desire to learn, you can have many wonderful adventures. Their trip reminds us that every new journey can teach us something valuable about life. Their story is a lesson for everyone who loves to travel and learn. It shows that even simple adventures can change our lives. It teaches us to be open to new experiences and to appreciate the beauty of nature. Michael and Emily's adventure is a story of exploration, friendship, and the joy of learning. It reminds us that the world is full of secrets waiting to be discovered, and every trip is a chance to explore a new part of our wonderful planet. In the end, the mysterious island was not just a place on a map. It became a part of Michael and Emily's lives and a story they will always remember. Their adventure shows us that life is full of mysteries, and every journey helps us understand the world a little better. With curiosity and courage, we too can find our own adventures and learn from the beauty around us.